Hi, I'm Brian Kearns. This is my personal introduction for educational leadership. Just a couple little personal background things about me here, real quick. I am currently a teacher at Central High School in Grand Junction, Colorado. I teach Spanish. I'm also a cross country and track coach. And the reason why this is being submitted a little bit late is because we just had our state cross country championships over the weekend, and I was super busy traveling back and forth between Grand Junction and Colorado Springs between two different days. I've been teaching for 8 years. I had 2 years teaching out in the Eastern Plains of Colorado at Elizabeth Middle School, and for the past 6 years, I've been here at Central High School. A little bit about how this year's been different. Normally, the normal school year, throughout a semester, we have a total of 8 classes, and we do like 4 classes per day, and so they'll switch between 4 classes on a Tuesday, on Wednesday they have their other 4 classes. This year we've switched to a 4 class block for a quarter, and so they have the same 4 classes every day for an entire quarter, with their grade being set in at the quarter. And I've actually really enjoyed it a lot. The other thing is there's been tons of cleaning, having to clean between every single class period, giving students hand sanitizer before and after every class. Another thing that was different too, since I'm a cross country coach, was that we had to have pods for cross country. Like we had to, instead of only having like our big a team of 40 members, we had to have clusters of 10 students per group, and they'd have to train certain different ways and things like that away from the other groups. We had wave starts at all of our races, meaning that instead of just running like just the boys varsity run, they had to have 2 waves of boys varsity, like 25 runners would go, then 3 minutes later, 25 more runners would go. And then because of that, there's only a certain number of runners that were limited per race. And so we had a lot more races this year. We were having some 2 to 3 races per week, which is a ton of racing for the students too. Just some more personal things about me. I've been married for 9 years. My wife, Liz. We have 3 kids. The oldest one is Caleb. He is 7. And then we have 4-year-old twins, Haley and Skylar. Then my hobbies, I love running, baking, cooking, drawing, sculpting, building. I love playing Legos with my kids. So just a quick critical reflection on these. With the types of mindsets, I mean, with everything that we read about, I agree with it 100%. And it was really nice to do this because I could think more about like what my strengths and weaknesses are in each of these areas. I think a big thing is that we're having the growth mindset, especially with all students can learn. That's how we have success with what people deem as difficult students. With the different types of dispositions, I think one of the big things I really picked out of this one is the fact that humor begets happiness and optimism. Okay? Humor just isn't being funny, but it's knowing the right time to be funny, and it helps people. It brightens their day and everything. Oh, and the other one with that too is that failure is the pathway to success. Okay, we have to take risks. We have to know that we're going to fail sometimes, but that every time we fail, we learn, and that leads to success. With the different practices, a big thing with different practices is that we have to know how to work with people and know how to use data to support what we're doing. With the different types of principles, the big thing I caught along with this is that building leadership has to make tough choices and stand up for what is right. And it's not about us, it's about the students, it's about the school, it's about the staff. And so good school leaders aggrandize other people, not themselves. So just like a quick critique for me, things that that I notice is some of my personal strengths is I do believe I have a good sense of humor. I'm a lifelong learner. I have lots of confidence. I like to take risks. I have a total mindset, not just for me, but with my students. And I'm a generally very happy person. I just choose to be happy. Weaknesses that I have, data. Like data is not my thing. I know I need to work on it more. I've been trying to find ways to include more data. Prioritizing things, and also collaboration. I went from a district, I was the only Spanish teacher. So, and as far as the principles were concerned, I think some of my personal strengths are courage, self-control, integrity, recognizing talent and inclusiveness. And some of my personal weaknesses are thinking about others and having them be the focus, requiring high ethics from everyone. Sometimes I'll let some things slide. And then also just developing talent. I can recognize talent in people, but sometimes I think I need to find ways to help them develop that talent better.